Honestly, I would have had the same reaction. After 5 seasons, our heroes have returned to Appleoosa. Do they make good use of it? Let's see. The CMC accompany Applejack to this year's rodeo in an attempt to get their cutie marks. I guess some things really do never change. It isn't long before they learn that someone named Troubleshoes is causing problems for the rodeo. Like dumb little kids, they make the decision to go after him as they get themselves into a heap of trouble to bring Troubleshoes to justice. Only to learn things about him that they never really expected. Firstly, it's great to see Appleoosa again. For the most part, the writers have a lot of fun revisiting this place. We get to see the atmosphere of the town, how the townspeople act during a rodeo, we get to see and learn more about their rodeos and what kind of stuff they compete in, and it has some enjoyable world building. Now let's talk about the CMC. I'd be lying if I didn't say that they had several dim-witted moments in the episode, but their thoughtlessness is thankfully very tame here. It's nice to see Sweetie Belle being the voice of reason amongst the other characters, and the trio altogether has some pretty smart moments in the episode, such as a clever resolution for the episode's conflict, which we'll be getting to in a moment. The animation for this episode is fairly standard. There's no dark shadows, bright lights, or outstanding visual moments. It's just a couple of backgrounds with some added effects, which on their own are pretty enjoyable to watch. The humor in this episode isn't particularly strong, but I can understand why most of the jokes were made. I'll admit I laughed a couple of times. The other characters are nice to see too. Applejack is headstrong, Brayburn is pretty entertaining, and the sheriff is enjoyably stupid. Now for the part of the episode that stands out the most, Troubleshoes himself. If you've seen the episode already, then you probably think the twist isn't all that surprising. It's just the typical this guy isn't as bad as everyone thinks he is scenario. But then again, that's what makes it so good. There's no villain in this episode, it was just all part of a misunderstanding. Troubleshoes is a clumsy klutz who is constantly being followed by bad luck, and when you're watching his backstory, you actually feel really sorry for him. All he wants is to be a part of something, and some bullcrap just keeps happening to him. He even convinces himself that his calling in life revolves around bad luck by how he sees his cutie mark. Really think about that. A clumsy pony is convincing themselves that their purpose in life is to suffer from non-stop misfortunes. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Well, maybe I would, but that's still a pretty sad thing when you think about it. This is where the CMC come into play, when they realize that maybe Troubleshoes' talent isn't to suffer from bad luck, but to put his clumsiness to good use, as a rodeo clown. After they get him in, he starts to realize that he had a talent for making others happy all along. He just didn't realize it. And that's the moral that the characters get to work off of, and it's a really good moral. It's possible to look at your talent the wrong way, but it's never too late to look at it the right way, especially when you have good friends to help you out. So, on a closing note, Appaloosa's Most Wanted is a fun and entertaining episode. The CMC are put to good use, Troubleshoes is an enjoyably sympathetic character, revisiting Appaloosa is a welcome treat, the side characters are likable, and it has a really good moral. It's a good old-fashioned time that I look forward to seeing again sometime soon. MisAnthro Pony, over and out.
Y'all help Troubleshoes realize what his cutie mark really means. Ain't that a nice feeling you can take back with you?
I guess we did make things a little better. Does feel kinda nice. So, we can stop now?
Nope.